Okay, it says I'm live. Lane, you better be in the chat. Gotta tell me, can you see me? How do I know when people are here? That's live chat. Okay. I want to try an experiment tonight. We'll see. Give it some time and see if anybody shows up. Lane, you better come in here. Come in here and help me. This is my first live, you guys. What? Okay. So I can type in the chat too. Okay. Hi, guys. Is there actually people in here? I know Lane's in here. I need help. I want to try an experiment tonight. Who's out here that can help me? Will I be able to see you? Leave a message? I don't know how to do this, you guys. I'd like some help, though. I want to try an experiment. This is my first time ever going live. I have no idea what I'm doing. Leah says hi. Hi. Seenie Bear, hi. I don't know what I'm doing, so please help me, you guys. Okay, this is my first ever live, but I want to try something. My guy is in the chat. He should be in the chat. Lane, are you here? Okay. Okay. All right, you guys. I do want to try an experiment. How many of you guys are following Lori Vallow? You've been following that case with Tylee and JJ and Lori and Chad and, you know. Hi, guys. I see you. Yeah, so I did notice some interesting things I was looking at earlier today, and I have my computer here, so I'll be looking at stuff. Sounds like they're going to try to indict Lori on for Charles Vallow's death, on her hand in it. So they're going to try to indict her. It doesn't mean she'll be convicted, but just reading up about that before I started. Hi, guys. Hi, everybody. Okay, this is my first time, so don't judge me, right? Like, this is hard for me, you guys. I'm an empath. I don't do like in front of people things, you know. I just don't. But yeah, and also, you know, in one of my sessions, my second session, it said something about her wedding ring. And what did it say? It said something about her wedding ring is broken. And like 2 days ago, I see something here talking about the ring that she bought before Tammy Daybell even passed away. That's interesting, right? Okay, it says buffering. So is it buffering for everybody or just for one person? Can you let me know in the chat? It's my first time, you guys. Help me out. Okay. Yes, her malachite ring. What does that do, malachite? Is that like a protection stone, or does anybody know? I'm just starting to learn about crystals stuff. She looked for a wedding dress, yeah. Okay. All right, hi everybody. I'm just reading through the chat. Okay, so people are saying it's working. It worked to stop the buffering. Okay. I'd like to try something. While there's not a lot of people in here, you know, 13 is pretty good. Once it gets so big, I mean, we can't really try any experiments, right? So I want to try this for you guys. I wish I could hear you. And I will try to figure out Zoom so I can bring people up on my panel because I would like to try this, okay? These dowsing rods, you know, I'm new at this. I've barely been doing research, maybe 3 years. And I want to see if the dowsing rods work for you guys. So I would like maybe, you know, a bunch of people to ask maybe 3 or 4 questions at a time and see what kind of answers we get. Okay, I'm going to see if I can pull up the chat on my other computer because it's really tiny and hard for me to see over here. So let me see. All right, let me see if I can find it. There we go. That's better. Now I can see what you guys are saying. Okay, so anyone want to go first? We could try some questions for you guys. It can be reaching out to a loved one, information about a loved one, something you already know to test and see if it's working. Like I really just want to see, I really want to just see how this works. Okay, is my chat still going? can't tell if the chat is still going. Let's just see if any spirits are here. So these are dowsing rods. I don't know how many people have used the dowsing rods. I find them pretty interesting. You know, the first time I used them, I actually dropped them. They were very surprising to me. And they're just self-rotating in this little cover. The bottom balls are free floating. So they do, and they will swing around and poke your eye out once in a while. But I want to try and experiment with you guys, okay? So let me ask first just if any spirits are here at all, okay? I'm just going to try to find out. So I always ask them to point them forward, which to me, I can point them towards the camera. I don't know what angle you guys want. People say you can't see my thumbs. Well, there's no way to move them unless I'm touching up here. And as long as my hands aren't touching the balls, it should be fine. So let's try. I always tell them, point them straight ahead. Why don't you point them straight ahead at the camera for me? Okay. And I'd like to know if there's any spirits here. I want a wide apart for yes and cross them for no if there's any spirits with us. Okay. Okay. And they still freak me out, you guys. Okay, I want to ask some questions for you guys. Okay, let me just read what's going on. Ask Alex Cox if he killed Charles Vallow. I think I might have done that in one of my sessions. And yeah, we can ask that. Okay, don't go too fast, you guys. So let me do a couple at a time, okay? So, well, first, yes, Alex Cox. I feel like he came through before Alex Cox, right? Hold these so you guys can see him. Alex Cox. Are any of my spirit guides here, or Alex Cox himself, Charles Vallow, any of those people step forward for me? Tammy, even Tylee, or JJ. I'd like to know about Alex Cox. Is there anyone here, any spirits here that can tell me about Alex Cox? Okay, that's a pretty big yes. Okay, bring him back to the front for me. Okay, so did Alex Cox kill Charles? Alex Cox, if you're here, or someone can tell me about him. Did you shoot Charles? Is that a yes? Okay, but that's kind of a no. Okay, Alex Cox, did you shoot Charles Vallow? Yes. Alex, did you do something to Tylee? Did you have a hand in? It's kind of a big yes, actually. And did you do something to JJ? Were you there and did you do something to JJ? Yes. Yeah, guys, that's a tough one for me. I don't even know what to say. I know, Seanie Bear, see, when I think about it, when you start getting into it, I blank out. What do I ask, right? Is the picture painted on JJ's bedroom wall in his old room a picture of the cabin he's at? Ooh. Did he have a cabin painted on his wall? I didn't know that. Okay, Carrie, I'm going to ask, is the picture painted on JJ's bedroom wall in his old bedroom a picture of the cabin where he is at now? Is that a picture of a cabin where he is at now? Okay, that was kind of a small no. Spirits, are you still here with me? Can you show me a no just for validation? Okay. So does the picture in JJ's bedroom on the wall have anything to do with a cabin that he is close to now? Yes or no? Is that a yes? Okay, one more time. That picture on the wall, the cabin, has something to do with it? Why did you think it has something to do with it? I didn't hear about that. I don't know. I would love for my dad to come through, Tanya. We can ask that. Tanya would like to know if her family's around here, around her. Okay, that's a big yes. I know that they can see the chat. They know who's going to ask what questions, I feel like, before we even get started. So Tanya's dad, his name is Paul. Is he here? Is that a big yes? Paul, are you around Tanya all the time? Do you see her all the time? Yes. Can you hear her speaking to you? Is that a big yes? Wow. Sandy Bear says yes, if they were killed in Yellowstone. I did ask that on my third video the other night, the third part 3 of Tylee and JJ's. And yeah, they're already answering. Yes, Tylee, it definitely says yes. And I don't know if it's in the part of Yellowstone that's called the Dead Zone or Death Zone. Is it close to that? Can you tell me? I don't know why it won't give me a clear answer on that. I don't know why. Kaylee, mine arrived today. Oh, you've got some dowsing rods. Good. Ah, that's awesome. Yeah, so I do believe that let's try this one more time. Okay, so is Tylee in Yellowstone? Did Tylee get left behind in Yellowstone? Okay. And is JJ in Yellowstone? JJ? No. And that's pretty much, it says that every time. Lori S. Lori, your dad's birthday's coming up. What's your dad's name? Let's try this. Lori wants to know if her dad is here. Lori S. wants to know if her dad is around her. Is that a yes? Your birthday's coming up? Is that a yes? Is your birthday in March or in April? Is your birthday in March? No. April? Is his birthday in April? Leah, your son made some. I heard that's the best way to do it, actually, because you know, you want your own that a lot of people haven't touched. I personally have been letting people hold mine, and I'll ask questions and they still respond. And so I've been trying to do that with more people, and it doesn't seem to faze them letting other people touch them. Like, I don't know. Yeah, that's cool. Rex. Oh, his birthday. See, Lori said April 1st. Is that right? April 1st is your birthday? Wow, that's a big yes, you guys. It's a huge yes. Leah, is my mother really answering me with my rods? You know, I don't know, spirit guides, you know, sometimes I think, isn't my mind just playing tricks on me and my mind is moving them? And then they're saying no. And then I try to keep my mind blank, or other people will ask questions that I don't know the answer to while I'm holding them. Yes. Did somebody just ask a question? That was a really big yes. Is my mother really answering me with my rods? Is that what? Yes, Leah? Okay, yes. I kind of believe they work. They freak me out, you know. Okay, can you bring them back to the front, please? I'll bring them back to the front. Thank you. I mean, they go so far as to give me hugs, you guys, you know. Can you give me a hug? A huge hug. And they touch my shoulders, and that freaks me out the first time. I'm sorry, but it did. And I don't know what other questions to ask you guys. What else can we ask? There's an old house for sale, and someone shared pictures. JJ's room. Oh, it has the big mural. Well, I'll try to find it. Yeah, I'll try to find that. That's interesting. Will Lori be convicted in Charles's death? That's a good question. Let's ask that. Try to hold him again. I just put my hands together because they're kind of heavy and it helps hold them still. So, yeah, let's ask that. Will Lori be convicted of Charles Vallow's death? Is that a yes? It looks like a pretty big yes. Will Chad be arrested for Tammy Daybell's passing? He will. Yeah, and I asked that before, and it always says yes. What else? Yeah, this does kind of freak me out, you guys. Well, let's ask something else. What else can we ask you guys? This is what happens. I blank out and I don't know what to ask. I was going to do a session on Gannon Staunch, and then they found him. That poor boy. Did you see that? They found him in Florida. That was terrible. Will the coronavirus be over by June? Okay, hang on. Let me see. Oh, the coronavirus. Will the coronavirus be over by June? That's kind of a quick no. Hang on. Start over. Will the coronavirus be over by June? Maybe we need to be more specific, like over in the United States, or where do you live? Yeah, Lori will be convicted, and yeah, I believe she will. And maybe even Alex's, you know, I haven't heard anything about that. Alex, did Alex, did Lori have something to do with your passing? Okay, that's a huge yes, you guys. That's an incredible yes, actually. Alex, Lori, did Chad have something to do? Did Chad have something to do with your passing? No? Are you certain that Chad did not have anything to do with your passing? Chad Daybell? No. Alex Cox, Lori did have something to do with your passing? Are you sure? Wow, yeah, that's a trip, you guys. That's a trip. I don't know. You know, I wish this was bigger so I could read it over here. Ask if JJ's buried in water. Okay, wait. Yes, so glad they found Gannon. I know, in a suitcase though. Can you imagine? Like, and why would you drive that far all the way across the country to just like fling him under a bridge? I don't get it. You know, I don't get it. Okay, is buried in water. I think they said under fabric and under moss for JJ. Is someone here that can answer that question? Is JJ's physical body in water? Is that a yes? Okay, is it around a lot of water, or in a, honestly, I don't know how to ask that. Is it in just a very small amount of water? No. Okay. Yeah, and it said under fabric and under moss. Is that still correct for JJ? Under fabric and under moss. Yeah, I don't know. Did Alex have life insurance? I don't know, but he just had married that lady. Like, I mean, the son that found Alex that had passed away in the bathroom didn't even know that his mother had married somebody. So, and he took her last name apparently, which is weird. Did Lori ask Alex to kill Tylee and JJ? I'm sure, you know, I think they all three were in on it, you know. Spirit guides, who's ever here, whoever can answer the question, that's a kind, loving, helpful spirit. No evil spirits allowed and no lying to us. Okay, we're reaching out to, did Lori ask Alex to kill Tylee and JJ? Is that what happened? Of course she did. Yeah, I figured that. So do you think Alex died of natural causes? Did he die of natural causes? Alex Cox. Is that a no? Was there some sort of a drug involved there with Alex Cox by Lori? See, I don't know. I almost think Chad and Lori had some kind of weird poison, something they were doing or using. Died of natural causes. Is Tylee buried in a geyser? Yeah, I think, well, yeah, because you know, in one of the clues says my head is hot. You know, what else is in Yellowstone in the middle of winter when there's snow on the ground and it was raining? And I don't know. It says my head is hot. So, how did you ask that? Is Tylee buried in a geyser? Is Tylee in a geyser of some sort? No. Wait, is Tylee in a geyser? Is her physical body in a geyser? That looks like a no to me. Like, one more time, I want to get clarification for that. Is, okay, straight ahead first. Is Tylee in a geyser? No. So, I mean, it's said that more than once too, you know. I don't know. But have you guys seen that dead zone? It's like little strip in Idaho, and it's right beside Wyoming. And it's called if you look it up, it's really, really hard to convict someone for a crime in this little tiny sliver of an area. Look it up. It freaked me out when I looked it up. Poison or street drugs, yeah, for sure. And I think it'll be whatever they find was Tammy's cause of death. I think that they'll find was Alex's or had something to do with Alex's. We'll see what happens. Only time will tell, you know, how right everything is. Yeah, there's acid pools too. I heard that. It's like eats everything right off the bones. It's crazy. Were the kids drugged or poisoned? I did ask that before, and Tylee said Tylee in my notes said he fixed me a drink. Something about a drink. Hang on. He fixed me. It says, "Oh, you want a drink?" So that's how it says it. "Oh, you want a drink?" I believe that was Alex Cox, or maybe she was complaining that she was thirsty, and someone did definitely fix her a drink, because right after that, the very next response on the PSP7 was, "I'm dreaming." So you want a drink? And all of a sudden she was dreaming. It's pretty weird to me. Yeah, terrible, actually. She also says, "Do you realize," it sounds like Tylee talking, that says, "Mommy, do you realize there's no cell phones?" She was probably complaining that she couldn't get cell phone service. Or maybe they had turned it off because they didn't want the coordinates, be able to be tracked. Because that was another clue. It said, "Do you have the coordinates?" So that's somebody's talking to somebody saying, "Do you have the coordinates with you?" Palisades Reservoir. Christy says, "Is JJ's body at Palisades Reservoir?" We can ask that, right? Okay, we'd like to know about JJ. Is JJ's body at a place called Palisades Reservoir? Palisades Reservoir. Is that a no? One more time. Is JJ, his physical body anywhere near Palisades Reservoir? I think that's a no. It wasn't like a super hard no. I don't know. Did the kids like Chad? Yeah, I don't know if he's even met him, right? Like at this point, I don't know if she hit him. I mean, he said she was like an empty nester and she didn't have any small kids. And I have a question about Chad. Can someone answer a question about Chad for me? Chad Daybell. Somebody can answer a question for me. Okay, Charles Vallow actually seems to come through pretty strong. So let's see. Charles Vallow, are you here with us? Charles Vallow. Or someone that can speak for him. Charles Vallow. Okay. Can you tell me if Tylee liked Chad Daybell? Is that a no? Okay. Did JJ like Chad Daybell? Looks like a no. Did Chad ever meet Tylee? Yes. Did Chad ever meet JJ? Yes. So he'd seen them both? Are you sure? Okay. Yes, Palisades. Near a golf course. I don't know. Somebody else asked about that too. A golf course. Let's see. I'll ask that too. Because I did hear in one of my sessions, it said hole in one, right? Okay, yeah, go back to center. Hole in one. Were you guys talking about Chad? Hole in one? Does that have something to do with Chad? Maybe he was golfing in Hawaii or something, right? Was he? No. Is JJ near a golf course? JJ's physical body near a golf course? Saying no, but is JJ's physical body near a golf course? Is that a no? Okay. Did Charles know about Chad? Yeah, I think he did. I think Tylee said something to him or something, right? I don't know. Let's see. Did Charles Vallow know about Chad? Charles Vallow, did he know about Chad Daybell? I mean, yes. I think he did, because there's an email or something that's out too that said where he was reaching out to somebody saying they're up to something. Something's going on. Yeah. I follow a medium who's been on this case too. You two are completely in sync with the information. That's good, Carrie. I try not to watch too much until I'm done with my sessions, and then I'll like watch other people's and try to compare. Otherwise, I don't like too much information up front. But then again, I run out of questions to ask too, so I like the help. Whose idea to kill the kids? Yeah, I think I've asked that before, Erica. Whose idea was it to kill the children? Charles Vallow, answer this for me. Whose idea was it to kill the children? Was it your idea? course not. Was it Lori's idea? Okay. Was it Alex Cox's idea? Yes. I feel like Alex Cox would have no problem just killing anyone. Like and he was so funny. Did you see him? He was like a stand-up comedian, and he does all these cool things. And I would have never thought. Does Alex's wife have anything to do with what happened to Tylee? Do you mean Alex Cox, his new wife that he just married in November? Because he just barely married. They all got married in November. Lori and Chad, Alex and his new wife, and Melanie, her niece, and somebody else. Yeah, they all got married in November. Does Alex's wife have anything to do with what happened to Tylee? That's a pretty quick no. One more time. Does Alex's wife have anything to do with the kids? No. So did you say Tylee and JJ are close to a cabin? Super close? Well, they're not. Okay, I have to separate that because I believe they're in two different places. So is Tylee near some sort of cabin? Yellowstone Park. Is that a yes? And is JJ near a cabin? It was a no. Okay. Yeah, I have to separate them out because I believe they disappeared at two different times. So there's actually two different situations going on. I try to keep them separate anyway. Yeah, super interesting, you guys. You know, it's pretty sad. I would have taken those kids. I never had kids. They could have came and lived here with me. I would have taken them in a heartbeat. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys tonight. I'm going to do some more, think up some more questions, you guys. Think up questions, put them in the chat, put them in the comments. I'm going to come back and look at this tomorrow, maybe put together another video. Or what other true crime do you guys like to watch? You know, Gannon, obviously, I'm heartbroken over Gannon. She's busted. There's no, you know, even little Evelyn Boswell, you know, has been found, and her mother's in jail. So, I appreciate you guys coming by, Sini. Is JJ buried near Boulder Island? I'll do a couple more. But is JJ, where's Boulder Island? Is that in Yellowstone? Boulder Island, Carrie says. Boulder Island, is JJ's physical body anywhere near Boulder Island? Boulder Island. Is that a no? Boulder Island, is JJ's physical body anywhere near Boulder Island? Oh, that's not really a yes or a no. That's an interesting reaction, though. Boulder Island. What is it about Boulder Island? Okay, bring it back to the front, please. It's like stuck going that way. It's like pulling so hard. Like, wait a minute. Bring it back to the front. Okay. Who is this? Charles Vallow, I want you to be the only one answering me, okay? No one else is allowed to answer right now. Is JJ's physical body anywhere near a place called Boulder Island? Boulder Island. Okay. I don't know on that one, you guys. I don't know. That one was confusing. I don't know. Hidden Valley. You know, it did say in my thing, it said ice cap. And I was like, well, there's no ice caps in Yellowstone. But when you look it up on Google, it does say, yes, there was an area that used to be under an ice cap. It shows a map of it. That's pretty interesting. Why would it say ice cap? So, okay. Is JJ in Henry's Lake? Henry's Lake. Okay, let's try this again. Charles Vallow, can you still help me? Yes. Okay. Is JJ in Henry's Lake? Henry's Lake. I don't know. Are you sure? Okay. How about Prairie or Riri? R-I-R-E? R-I-R-I-E? Riri? Reservoir? Am I saying that right? Riri? No? Are you saying no? You could see what she means. You know what Yvonne means, right? And that's a no? Okay. How about Hidden Valley in Yellowstone? Hidden Valley. Hidden Valley, I don't know where that is either. Is that a no? Is JJ near any type of big, huge rock or boulder? Is any part of JJ's physical body? Wow, that's a pretty big yes, you guys. I don't, okay, wow, that's a pretty big yes, Carrie. Interesting. Wow, I don't know, you guys. This is all tripping me out. I'm glad you came by today. This is my very first live. I'm petrified. I will do it again, and we're gonna think of some more questions, okay? And I'll use the PSP7. You know, I got the setup back here. We could do PSP7 sessions and stuff. So once I get a little bit used to it, I'll probably try Zoom and some other things. So thank you, Christy. Thank you guys for coming by. I sure do appreciate it. And I hope you all stay safe, please. We're staying inside. I'm not going anywhere all weekend. And I hope you guys stay safe. This whole thing is scary. I hope we find them. Thank you, Leah. Yvonne. Bye, guys. Ryrie. Okay, I'm going to ask that again. Okay, guys. Love you all. I'll see you again, okay? Bye. See if it'll end. I don't know how to end it. Yes, end. Bye.